For many of us, dairy is a staple in our households. From the milk on our cereals to the cheese and yoghurt in our lunchboxes. Dairy products are packed full of vitamins and minerals essential for strong bones and good health. And I'm a big fan. I've travelled to East Gippsland in Victoria to see how farmers are producing this dietary staple while also responding to climate change.
Dairy is really important to Australia. 34,000 jobs are provided within farms and manufacturing by the dairy industry within Australia. It's also providing healthy and nutritious food for Australia and worldwide. The Australian dairy industry are world leaders in sustainability. We were the first agricultural industry in the world to have a sustainability framework, not just greenhouse gas emissions or land stewardship, but it's animal welfare, it's healthy communities, it's healthy and prosperous farms as well.
Like any agricultural sector, dairy farmers face sustainability challenges. How much water they use, maintaining the welfare of their animals, and of course, greenhouse gas emissions. And that's why I'm here, to see tangible ways dairy farmers are tracking and reducing their on-farm carbon emissions.
One of the significant challenges for the industry right now is our greenhouse gas emissions from livestock.
In response to this challenge, Dairy Australia has developed an innovative tool to help farmers put a figure on their carbon emissions, the Dairy Carbon Calculator.
So it helps farmers measure the whole breadth of greenhouse gases coming from the farm. They can then work out what strategies they can take next to improve the greenhouse gas footprint on their farm.
Dairy farmers Sandra and Wilco are using the Australian Dairy Carbon Calculator to help manage and adapt to the changing climate and environment.
We did the emissions calculation because we just wanted to know where we're at. We've got a series of strategies that will further reduce our emissions intensity. So we've done things like plant thousands of trees, we've gone largely to renewable energy, we're focusing on soil health. The renewable energy has dramatically reduced our energy costs. Our energy bills have dropped in a hot, dry year from over $100,000 down to between just $1,200 to maybe $25,000, depending on the season. The solar power that we've generated here, it's saving us a heap of money, it's reducing our carbon footprint, it's saving us labour, we're using water more efficiently, so it's made an absolutely massive change.
Sandra's husband Wilco is just as passionate about reducing carbon emissions, and his passion for the farm is contagious.
You're out here in the rain and the cold, the sunshine, you get the good and the bad and the ugly.
What does it make you feel, Wilco, when you see healthy cows on healthy pasture?
Well, that's what we aim for as a farmer, isn't it? We've always been passionate about the environment, and the thing is you can see the results for your labour every day. And that's special, really.
Sandra and Wilco have chosen soil health as an area of focus from the calculator. Healthy soil holds more water, needs less fertiliser, and also locks in carbon from the atmosphere.
We've extracted a metre core sample here. See these little fine, lovely root structures here? You see the little roots?
Yeah, it's still there.
Water accessibility into this soil is fantastic.
This is exactly what we want to see, and the plant roots are down deep. If we don't do the soil tests, how do we know what fertiliser to apply? We could just be throwing money at the paddock.
John Ryan is a dairy farmer in the region. He's visiting Sandra and Wilco to learn firsthand how the Australian Dairy Carbon Calculator helps make informed farm decisions.
Is the Australian Dairy Carbon Calculator something you can see yourself using?
I think it's a fantastic initiative by Dairy Australia. I made lots of mistakes in my journey, and we all continue to make mistakes, but we learn from them. So my hope would be that a tool such as this will avoid a lot of those mistakes.
Today I've learnt that farmers like Sandra and Wilco are trying new things on their property which have big benefits for them and the community.
So dairy farms are a big part of our local community. We create so many jobs. On a bigger scale again, we're supplying food to so many people, and it's exported all around the world.
And it's not just Sandra and Wilco who are making sustainability changes. Lowered emissions are a focus for many areas of the dairy industry.
Biggest gains have been had by the milk processors, those who pick the milk up and deliver it. They've reduced their emissions by over 25% in the last 10 years. I guess the key thing is know your numbers. Get onto the Australian Dairy Farm Carbon Calculator and actually put your data in there and get an understanding of where those emissions are coming from on your farm. Find the low-hanging fruit and make those first steps to reducing the greenhouse gas footprint of your farm.
As farmers, we've got a great opportunity to explore new technologies that will allow us to leave our farms in a pristine state, and I can see the results from the projects we've done. That's why I'm inspired to do more and more. It's what gets me out of bed in the morning.